What's up, everybody? Crypto Noah back with another passive income strategy video. This channel is designed to bring you the best reviews on decentralized exchanges and protocols so that you can put your idle crypto assets and stablecoins to work so you can accumulate as much assets as you can to sell in the next bull market. And guys, I got a pretty good stablecoin farm for you today. It might be the best stablecoin farm in all of DeFi. So in this video, we're going to be covering Velodrome. They're a decentralized exchange on the Optimism layer 2. I made a video on how to turn a little bit of money into 6 figures by investing into OP, so definitely give that video a watch. We're going to cover the Velodrome DEX very briefly. It's not a lot of them. And then we're going to look at some of their pools, do a platform walkthrough, and then at the end, if I would use the platform or not and why. So before we get started, I do have to say this video should not be taken as financial advice. Please consult with your financial advisor before making any investment decisions. This video is for your education purposes only. So without further ado, let's get into the content. All right, guys, so here we are on Defi Llama. You click DEXs and you scroll down. You can see Velodrome is number 14. You can see in the past 7 days, it's been a small increase, but in the past month, it's been a decrease, and they have $141 million in total value locked. And if you click on it, it gives you all the data. So let's head to the docs. Let's start with what Velodrome is. It's a next generation AMM that combines the best of Curve, which is where people go for deep stablecoin liquidity. Convex, kind of the same thing, and Uniswap. Uniswap is famous for obviously concentrated liquidity. Designed to serve as Optimism's central liquidity hub. Velodrome's flywheel allows protocols to build deep liquidity in a capital efficient manner by directing Velo, which is their token, emissions to their pools. So you scroll down here, it says the protocol is designed to enable token swap and generate fees as standard. Every epoch, LPs receive Velo token emissions proportionally to the votes the pool accumulates. Only staked liquidity receive emissions. And then it says participants can lock their Velo to be able to vote on the next epoch distribution of emissions, becoming VE, voted escrow Velo voter. And it says they're rewarded proportionally to locked amounts for their votes with 100% of the trading fees from the previous epoch. So if you're into all that, feel free to dive into that more. They also talk about all the tokenomics. Now, I don't own any Velodrome. I don't plan on buying any. They tell you like the allocation and what the allocation is specifically. I'm not going to go into that because that's not what this video is about. It's just about, the yield farming and the yields. So now they go and dive into the difference between version 1 and version 2. Basically, think about Uniswap version 1 or Uniswap version 2 versus Uniswap v3. The second, it says, was launched in order to have major features such as decentralization, concentrated liquidity, dynamic fees, dynamic emission rates, Velodrome relay, and enhanced performance and user experience within the new dApp. All right, and then they give you this long diagram, and then they talk about some of the new things that you're able to do with the version 2. And then they talk about the migration. I'll leave that up to you guys if you need to migrate to look into. So let's go into the platform walkthrough. I told you guys it was going to be quick. All right, so you got the swap feature, which is, pretty standard. Got the dashboard that shows you your pools. Now let's look at the liquidity pools. So we're going to go here. We're going to click all pools. And then we want to filter by APR because that's just what we want to do, right? We want to get those yields. So it looks like for the most part they're V2. I don't know if they have any labeled V1, but let's go through these. Look at this pool right here. This is the best. This might be the best stablecoin pool in all of DeFi. You have USDT and DAI getting 450% APR. Let's click on it. Looks like it's not a lot of liquidity in this pool, actually. I should have looked at the TVL first. Let's see what this is. Change type. So it looks like you have a basic stable, basic volatile. So it looks like this may be like a higher range, concentrated stable. Oh, these are coming soon. Okay, so let's read what this is here. So basic liquidity is also known as the constant product pool or AMM. The liquidity in these pools is added over the full price range. So this is basically like Uniswap V2. Okay, but concentrated. So what's the difference between basic stable and basic volatile? They don't really say. I'm not sure. Let's go back and see what other pools they have. Okay, going down. Pepe OP, if you're into that, 147%. Pepe might be the Doge or the Shiba this next bull market. I'm not sure. I'm not a meme coin trader though, so I'll leave that to you guys. That stablecoin pool is gone. Let's see what else they got here. OP USDT, 88%. That's not too bad. ETH USDT 87%. That's not too bad. You got wrapped staked ETH and Pendle. So you're getting a yield on that staked ETH wherever you got it staked at, Lido or wherever. And then you can get a double yield if you pair it with Pendle. Pendle's one of our largest holdings here. We've been taking a lot of profits on it into the strength. The Pendle has just been pumping. Let's see what else they got here. Yeah, nothing too crazy. They had that stablecoin pool, which was good, and a few other pools, but yeah, I just wanted to give you guys the lowdown so that way you guys kind of know what they got. I'm trying to cover all the dexes so that way, you know, I can develop a repo on this channel so that if you want to, like, oh, I want to LP on this dex, let me see if Crypto Noah made a video about it. You know, that's what this channel is for. So lastly, guys, forgot to cover this. Super important to make sure that everything is secure when you're trusting your money in a smart contract. So they do have some audits here, and they did look clean. I went through them. Feel free to go through and look for yourself. The important thing you want to look at is vulnerabilities that they had addressed from the previous audit. Normally, they don't come back as, like, you know, 100% clean, unless they're like a fork. Sometimes that happens because whatever they forked, those contracts usually got audited. But, you know, if a protocol has more than one audit, that usually says that they're pretty serious about the project succeeding because these audits aren't cheap. So now that we went through the docs, we went through the pools, would I use Velodrome or not, and why? I would use Velodrome. Why would I use them? Well, let me talk about the situation where I would use them. I would have to be able to outperform doing that same pool if I'm on the OP mainnet on Uniswap v3. I trust it more. It's more battle tested. It's more liquidity. There's normally better pools on Uniswap, but sometimes everyone knows that, so everyone goes there. So sometimes it's good to go where there isn't as much of a TVL, because if you're in a pool with a good volume to TVL ratio, and even though it's small, if the volume is exceeding the TVL or at least close to it, it doesn't matter. You're still making more money. So if there are opportunities where there are pools like there were, like that stablecoin pool, I'm gonna look into that more. I might enter that. The wrap staked ETH Pendle pool. I think it was an OP ETH pool or OP, some other OP pool. I'm really bullish on OP as well as Arbitrum. I feel like layer 2s are going to be a huge narrative in this bull market. But with that, I would like to conclude this video. Guys, if you got value from this and you want to learn how to be a professional yield farmer, visit noadouse.xyz and book a free strategy session, or just click the link in the description. Talk to a member of our team. We'll see if this is a good fit for you. If not, we're happy to point you in the right direction. But with that, thank you guys for tuning in. Consider subscribing if you got value. I love every single one of you watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and trade safe.